Leonardo da Vinci was a leading artist of the Renaissance. He is best known for his many sketchbooks and his paintings, like the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. He was born on April 15, 1452, in Vinci, Italy. His mother was a young peasant woman and his father was a respected notary. Da Vinci was raised by his father Ser Piero, and his stepmothers, and his uncle. At the age of 14, he began to apprentice with the noted sculptor and painter Andrea del Verrocchio. He did not receive a formal education, but he did know the basics like reading, writing, and mathematics. For 6 years, he learned many technical skills like metalworking, leather arts, carpentry, drawing, and sculpting. At the age of 20, Da Vinci qualified to be a master artist in the Guild of St. Luke. He also established his own workshop. He continued to train with Verrocchio until he became an independent master. Around the year 1482, he began working on his first commissioned work, The Adoration of the Magi, for Florence's San Donato. However, he never finished the piece because he was moved to Milan to work for the ruling Sforza clan. He served as a painter, architect, engineer, and sculptor. The family asked him to create a 16-foot tall bronze equestrian statue to honor Francesco Sforza, who was the founder of the dynasty. It took him 12 years of on and off working to work on the project. In 1493, a clay model of the statue was ready to be displayed. However, war meant the bronze that was supposed to be used for the statue had to be used for cannons. The clay model was destroyed during the fighting after the ruling Sforza Duke fell from power. A few of Da Vinci's pieces did survive through the years. Two of them are a part of the world's most well-known and admired paintings. These two paintings are the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. The Mona Lisa is arguably the most famous painting in the world. The painting was privately commissioned and completed between 1505 and 1507. It has been said that the Mona Lisa had jaundice, which is a medical condition that causes yellowing of the skin, that she was pregnant, and that she was not actually a woman at all, just a man in drag. The painting is one of the first portraits to show the subject in front of an imaginary landscape. Behind her you can see paths and a distant bridge, which shows only a slight indication of human presence. The landscape also goes back to icy mountains. The curves of her hair and clothing through sfumato, which is a technique used to allow tones and colors to shade into each other, are echoed in the imaginary valleys and rivers behind her. The graceful figure, dramatic contrast of light and dark, and the overall feeling of calm are characteristics of Da Vinci's style. They also say the painting was of Lisa Gioconda, the wife of a merchant. To Da Vinci, the piece was still a work in progress, his attempt at perfection. However, the piece was never given to its original commissioner and stayed with Da Vinci until his death on May 2, 1519. The painting hangs in the Louvre Museum in Paris, France, and is looked at as a national treasure. Another well-known painting by Leonardo da Vinci is The Last Supper. It was painted during his time in Milan from 1495 to 1498. It is a tempera, which is a fast-drying painting medium, and an oil mural. It was created for the refectory of the city's monastery of Santa Maria delle Grazie. The piece shows the Passover dinner where Jesus announces to his apostles that one of them will betray him. An important feature of this painting is the body language and emotive expression of each apostle. Within the painting's composition, Jesus is centered but also isolated from the apostles, which has influenced generations of artists. Da Vinci regarded the Last Supper as unfinished because he could not find a face of Christ that showed the spiritual depth he felt the figure deserved. Leonardo da Vinci is important to the Renaissance for many reasons. He is looked at as the epitome of the term Renaissance man because he wasn't just a painter, but also an accomplished scientist, architect, and engineer. He has over 13,000 pages of observations and inventions in notes and drawings. He had a fascination with the idea of flight, so he sketched ideas of a flying machine. In the area of science, his sketches of the heart and vascular system and of a fetus in utero are the first of human record. This is because he would go into graveyards and dig up corpses to study anatomy. He also made contributions through his art and painting style. His ingenuity for math and science contributed to many devices that we have now. Many people study Da Vinci just to understand his genius. Many of his works showed ideas of humanism that was going on during his time. His works were well known among kings and popes and are now well known worldwide.